We are hearing Bhagavad Gita now, 14th chapter. We heard yesterday, taking recourse to that supreme knowledge, that is devotion. The devotees attain the nirguna stage like that of me, means transcendental platform. Beyond this, three gunas. Nirguna, Mayavadis, they will interpret wrongly. They will say Supreme has no any qualities. Because Shastra says Nirguna, but it is meant no any material qualities, this three guna. But he has unlimited gunas, unlimited qualities, transcendental qualities. So devotees, they also attain to that platform of pure transcendence. They are no longer born on earth, nor are they perturbed by the final cataclysm. They are not disturbed by the distraction because they are already transcendental. So yesterday I read this explanation, so I want to read again. Knowledge is generally saguna. Saguna means of this world, of three gunas. Knowledge, ordinary knowledge. But the essence of knowledge is nirguna. There are two kinds of knowledge. One is aparavidya and paravidya. That is why in Shikastak also we hear Vidyabadu Jivanam. The Harinam Sankirtan will awaken that Vidya, that is transcendental man here. Paravidya, in Upanishad also, Apara means this worldly material knowledge, that is Saguna. But there is also Nirguna knowledge, transcendental knowledge, that is the essence. So, which having been acquired, this transcendental knowledge, makes the life of a jiva attuned to mind. Jiva will be doing according to Krishna's desire. That is devotion. Also in Chaitanya Charitamrita said how Krishna is playing his flute, the servants, they are dancing in that way. There is no separate interest. All liberated souls, devotees, they are always doing as per Krishna's desire to satisfy him, each according to their unique service. But Krishna is inspiring everyone. Sanatana Goswami told there in commentary in 10th canto, 14th chapter, Brahma's prayers, that maybe it can happen that in future scientists may be able to count how many atoms are there in the whole universe, or they may be able to count how many snow particles are there, or how many light particles they may be able to count. But it is impossible to count your qualities, O Krishna. They are unlimited. So there in the commentary, Sanatana Goswami says, because jivas are unlimited and they are in different status, some conditioned, some liberated, and conditioned also in different ways, and liberated also. So one meaning of this, that Krishna has unlimited qualities, Sanatana Goswami there explained, Krishna has one unique quality for each unique jiva to attract her, that jiva, in a special personal way, especially for that jiva. No any jiva is same with another jiva. So they're all persons, eternal persons, Nitya Nityananda Chaitanya Chaitanya. Personality is attributed to consciousness, to soul, not to this body or mind. When Atma leaves this body, soul, then you cannot get any personality from that body. So personality means consciousness, and supreme person from whom all conscious entities are coming is also person. Our Guru said, what is the difficulty in understanding if in this world we attribute personality to conscious principle, What is the difficulty to understand that the source of all this conscious principle is also person? Because like horse begets horse, or dog begets dog, and man begets man. From man comes man, not dog. Like that, Jatovai Mani Bhutani Jayante. All living entities, they are coming from Brahma, means supreme. So consciousness begets consciousness. And the requirement of consciousness is also consciousness. And consciousness means person. If there is vote, and people will decide whom they will vote. That party, this party, or this man, that man. So if you bring one very sick person, he cannot walk, he cannot do anything. But if you bring him, he will be qualified, he will be accepted to cast vote because he can decide. But if you bring dead body, then they will chastise you. Why you brought this? So personality is attributed to conscious principle, means soul, Atma, not to the body. And if your teacher of mathematics suddenly dies, then you cannot get any knowledge of mathematics from that dead body. So thinking, feeling, willing they are attributes of Atma. And all Atmas are coming from Brahma. So why he will not be person? That is irrational thinking of the Mayavadis. Irrational. He is a person, and it is stated in Shastra also everywhere. And also it is realized by devotees. He is realized. So when Jiva acquires that nirguna knowledge, means devotion, then that knowledge will make a Jiva attuned to Krishna. He will work as per desire of Krishna, and that will be natural. Like magnet is attracting iron, so iron will go as per magnet's attraction. So, yes, Sanatana Goswami, he said, for each of unlimited jivas, they're each unique persons. Krishna has one special quality for each jiva to personally attract that jiva. I found this commentary very nice. That is why I'm saying. Krishna is personal with every jiva. Not two jivas are same, and for every jiva, Krishna has one special quality only for that jiva to attract him. Krishna is unlimited jivas. So when they are attracted, they become attuned to him. They want to do as per his wish to satisfy him. And by doing that devotion, jivas also automatically they are fulfilled. The ignorant think that the jiva loses his entity when he renounces his mundane nature, form and status. We have some form here in this world, male, female, this country or all this, and some status and some personality like this material. So those who are jnanis, because of lack of full realization, they think when jiva will discard this material identity, then jiva will have no identity at all. The Buddhists, they will say, once you dissolve your individual identity, then there is no identity at all. Everything is one. But they are merging themselves into material nature. They don't want to be attached to anything, any desire, because that will make you suffer. So they want to dissolve their individual identity. When that is dissolved, there can be no suffering. They are merged in that prakriti. That is their ultimate goal. But the Gyanis, they merge themselves into spirit, undifferentiated spirit. They say Aham Brahmasmi and these things, Soham, Pragyanam Brahma, or Shivoham also. Shivoham, I'm Shiva. In the sense of I'm consciousness, that all pervading, unified, all undifferentiated consciousness, because this material identity all discarded. That is false identity. That is okay. Devotees also, they give up this. Sarva padi vinirmuktam. You have to give up all your worldly egos, gross and subtle. But after that, you have to realize your eternal identity in relation to Krishna. Tat paratena nirmalam. Then when you serve him, then that will be devotion. So here, the ignorant, although they are so-called Gyanis, they are better than ordinary conditioned souls. They are misidentifying with matter. That is okay. They are Gyanis. They know we are spirit. We are not body-mind. We are spirit. But still, in comparison with the actual truth, they are also ignorant, because the ignorant think that the jiva loses his entity once he renounces his mundane nature, form and status. They do not know that the characteristics that distinguish the jiva from the phenomenal world exist in its pure state, in the spiritual realm, which transcends the region of time and space. So in that spiritual realm, jiva has eternal identity, eternal characteristics, eternal personality, which are different from this mundane. If one merges himself into Prakriti, that is Biraja river, there are 14 planetary systems, and you have some material identity and you do karma and get the fruit. All this is going on. But the Buddhists, by their renouncing the attachment and this individual identity, by that process, they will merge themselves into Biraja. And that Biraja means there are no waves of suffering in this world, because there is Rajoguna, there is creation, and then activities and maintenance and destruction, all that it is going on, and attachment and hatred, all this. So there are waves of suffering. But in Biraja, there is no Rajoguna. All is tranquil. They are not active. So there is no creation, and there are no waves of suffering. So for the Buddhists, that is the no suffering state. They want to remove all suffering, nirvana, to dissolve your identity. So they will come up to that point of Biraja. It is less suffering, it is true, because there are no waves of suffering, but that is also one kind of suffering for the jiva, because she is not in her transcendental identity. So although there are no waves of suffering, but there is static suffering there. But they don't know anything else. So for them, that is the ultimate goal. It means that was suffering, now we are not suffering, that is the ultimate goal. But superior to them are the Gyanis, who will realize there is some eternal spirit also. Not only that, like watery, some existence flowing, but there is eternal existence where there is eternal bliss also, that is superior. That is why Shankaracharya, he could convert all the Buddhists in India to that superior Brahman realization. He did this, and he established Vedas again. So based on that foundation, then Vaishnava Acharyas came and they preached devotion, that is transcendent. So here in Brahma Jyoti, there is no material identity, but this identity, I am spirit, is there, and bliss is there. But even this is not fulfilling to the jiva. Why? Because there are no waves of ananda, waves of bliss, which exist in lila, Krishna lila, or Vaikuntha lila, or any lila with Supreme Lord. There are unlimited forms of Supreme Lord, unlimited lilas. According to rasa, they are superior or inferior, but each jiva feels his own rasa is the best, it is the most fulfilling, so there is no problem. So the distinctive features, one jiva and another jiva, they are different. In that Brahma Jyoti, all are same, because the realization of eternal identity is not there. I am spirit, he is spirit, I am spirit in this body, he is spirit in that body, but once we dissolve these differences, then there is only one spirit, everything one. Spirit. They experience like that. They are not imagining, they are experiencing, because that is lack of full realization. But immediately when one gets the grace of pure devotee, then he can realize there is eternal distinction also between Supreme Lord and among all jivas, unlimited. They each have their own specific characteristics unique to them, to each personal. So here it is stated that there is the distinctive features of all free souls are spiritual in nature, eternal. Yesterday I mentioned there are many aspects of that eternal identity. About your what forum, what service, or their name, even name you have there. Spiritual name, eternal name. Spiritual name, forum and state. Forum is spiritual, eternal, and state. And this is known as Nirguna Sadharmya. That is transcendental nature. Dharma means nature. Every object has its nature. That is its dharma. It is inseparable from that object. That is like dharma of water is liquidity. But if due to some circumstances, this is stated in Jaiva Dharma by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, if due to some circumstance, that nature may be perverted or like covered or some like this. It is never lost actually. It is there. Like when there is too much heat, then water will evaporate and will become gas. But that does not mean that that nature is lost. When it will return to normal state, then liquidity will be there. Or if you put too much cold, then ice, water will become ice. But still that eternal nature is existing of water when it will become to normal. So like that, there is a Jaiva Dharma. Dharma of Jiva, of eternal soul, that is servitude to Krishna. But if due to some circumstance that nature may be covered or perverted. When we become averse by the misuse of red, then we get this distorted nature dharma. So then we are sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, all that is temporary and changing. That is why that is not permanent, and it can change. You can advance, but that eternal dharma of jiva is unchangeable. That is why Srila Sai Maharaj said, there may be many religions and all this, but the ultimate point is we are all servants of God. That is same for all jivas. So that is nirguna sadharma. We may have some dharma in this world, like I am sattvic, so then I will be called as Brahmin. Or someone will be rajasic, he will be called as kshatriya, then tamasic, rajasic, vaishya, and tamasic shudra. And the Gurudev told that this is existing all over the world, these three gunas. And according to their conditioning, they will have such characteristics. He said there are Brahminical persons, they will not be called as Brahmins because that is Indian or Sanskrit term, but they are like good-natured persons. They will do good to others and like this. So that nature will be there anywhere in the world. Or like tamasic nature, all this. The name will be different in that country, but there are less. Sattvic persons are less in outside India. There are less. Those who are disinterested, altruistic, all this. But they are there. But here we are speaking about nirguna, beyond gunas. That is dharma according to your gunas. So you have to act accordingly under the guidance of Shastra for gradual development. But this nirguna dharma is already eternally existing, but it is covered or perverted. So when jiva will come in contact with pure devotee and will be in transcendental realm, then that will be manifested. That dharma, eternal dharma. That is called Jaiva Dharma or Atma Dharma or Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan, eternal, Nitya Dharma. So that is already existing. We belong to Krishna. We have specific characteristics. And Krishna is attracting us in a specific way. So this nirguna sadharmya, which enables the jiva to transcend saguna, means this triguna world, and attain nirguna Brahman state, that is transcendental platform and transcendental qualities, with the result that he is not reborn when creation begins, nor does he suffer self-annihilation at the time of cataclysm. Creation is all the time perpetually happening. Mahavishnu is one avatar of Baladev Prabhu. He is lying down on causal ocean. Then he will exhale. That causal ocean is Biraja. Same, Biraja. B means not Raja, Guna. Then he will exhale, then so many universes will come out from his pores. Not so many, unlimited. And then he will infuse with his glance the conditioned jivas into that material energy, and the creation will go on according to their karma from past creation. In Vedanta Sutra, that topic is there. Someone doubts that Krishna means creator, Supreme Lord. He is actually partial and cruel. Because he is the creator, so we see some people, they are demigods, they are having much enjoyment. Some people, they are rich and they are enjoying, but some are suffering. And Supreme Lord is creator, so he is partial and also cruel because they are suffering. But then Vyasadeva replies, no, it is not like that. It is true, they are in different statuses, different living entities, but according to their karma, according to their action, Krishna is giving the fruits of their actions. In that way, he is controlling, he is in control of everything, but not arbitrarily. He is only giving fruits. Then that doubter, or will say, that is okay for these lives. But before the creation started, there is one verse in Upanishad that before creation started, there was only one, only Brahman existed, nothing else. So before creation, there were no distinction. So he must have created in the beginning in different positions, jivas. Some high, some low, some enjoying, some suffering. This doubt is there. The thing is, because we are reading Shastra, Upanishad, but not understanding what is meant, only intellectually. What is meant there, that only Brahman was existing, that everything, Vyasadeva is explaining, that everything is there inside him, not manifested. Like a seed is remaining in him during Pralaya, but karma is not fully destroyed. It is only sleeping, like a seed and tree. There is a seed, when the rain, all this will come, then the tree will come. And then again it will be transformed into seed and like this. So when there is Mahavishnu, you will inhale inside all the creation, everything, then they will rest in him during the time of annihilation. Then when new creation period will come, then he will manifest everything outside, but according to the karma of their past actions. So some will be Brahma, some will be this, that, all they're coming out. In Bhagavatam it is explained all this very clearly. And the Vedanta Sutra, so Vyasadeva says no. Before creation also jivas were existing and their karma was existing and Supreme Lord also existing. It is there onadi, there without beginning. So according to their past karma, they are getting. So this is always going on. But here it is said that those jivas who will get this true or supreme knowledge, and they will attain to nirguna state like Krishna, the transcendental, then they will not be reborn. Because there is no any desire to enjoy this world and no karma, no nothing. They are already purified. So there is no need for them to be reborn. But all those conditioned souls in their karma, they will have to be reborn by the force of their karma. Krishna is giving that fruit. And also, they will not suffer self-annihilation at the time of cataclysm. They already will be liberated that time. Or even those like Brahma and like this, they will be liberated at the time of annihilation, but they are already realized their identity. So that will only give up their body. So they will not be self-annihilated. They will not cease to exist, and they will know this. That is only that identity, but I'm eternal. I'm Krishna. So that... So then, 1 second. Mamayonir Mahad Brahma Tasmin Garbam Dadamyaham Sambhava Sarva Bhutanam Tato bhavati bharata. The mundane prakriti known as the great Brahman is the womb in which I impregnate the seed of all, and hence, O Bharata, is the birth of all things that live and move. Explanation. The expansive prakriti is the material aspect of my spiritual prakriti. I place the seed of Tatashta Jiva in the womb of this expansive prakriti, and all beings from Brahma downwards are born of prakriti, and they come into existence in this world. Just now I was explaining this. I did not know it will come in next verse. Otherwise I would wait. So everything is Brahman. Sarvam kalo idam Brahma. Upanishad saying. Everything in this world is Brahman. So we are all Brahman. But you have to qualify that statement. Shakti is non-different from Shaktiman. In that sense, they are non-different. One time, one person told me, like Jnani, this type of some enlightenment he did, and he got some realizations. So he told me, why you are against eating meat? Everything is God. Everything is Brahman. Why you are saying not to eat meat? Then I said, yes, everything is Brahman. It is true. Nothing exists except Brahman. Is one. But if meat is Brahman, is God, then you can as well eat the sand from the river bank. That is God. That is Brahman. Why you are not eating that? Then he understood, oh, that was also Sachimata. When Mahaprabhu was very small, the father, he thought if he will study more, then like his elder brother Vishwarup, he will take sannyas and I will be alone in the house. So better I should stop his education. He stopped. But then Mahaprabhu played this pastime. He sat on those impure pots after cooking, and mother chastised him. Why are you sitting on that impure pots? Then he said, no, everything is one. There is no difference. Everything is one. Everything is earth. So why you are saying this is pure? Everything is earth, only earth. Then Mother Sachi, she is also wife of a Pandit, of a scholar. So she told, yes, everything is earth. That is true. But earth has different forms for different functions. Like sweetmeats, sandesh. Mahaprabhu likes sandesh, that is made of cottage cheese. And you fry, there is one recipe, sandesh, you know. So she said that is earth, but that can be used for eating. But earth in its this form you cannot use for eating. And also earth in the form of earthen pot, you can hold the water, but not in earth like that. So like everything has a function. So like that, although everything is one, Brahman, Krishna, but there is also difference between potency and this. So then he understood. I said, then why you are not eating stones? They are God. Everything is God. You said everything is God. So why not eat that? Then he understood. And he also said, no, I realized everything I am. I'm everything. Then I said, yes, very good. But when you were in that realization, you were everything. He said, I saw, I was everywhere. Then I asked him, okay, you saw, you are everywhere. But did you see from that side also here? You are that tree, that is you. But you saw from the eyes of tree, did you see yourself at that time in your realization? Because you are everything, you are that tree. So why not looking from that side to this side? Then he again understood. So those realizations are not complete realizations, but they think they are because they have no further knowledge and realization. So they think like that, but it is not clear conception or clear realization. So that is why this material aspect of my spiritual prakriti, that shadow, tree is there and shadow is there. Shadow is not separate from the tree, it is there. So this prakriti is also called as Brahman. We hear in that Gajendra Moksha that you are this world, Supreme Lord. You are everything. You are this world. And we heard that that incident with Parang Gurudev, that Mayavadi, when he was saying, I am Ram, whom I will worship. That so here, the material aspect of my spiritual prakriti, I place the seat of Tatashta Jiva. There are many living entities. Some are Nitya Siddhas, some are coming from Radharani, some are coming from Baladev, some are coming from Shankarshan in Vaikuntha, and some are this marginal Tatashta Shakti Jiva, they are coming out from Mahavishnu. That is special type of Jiva, which has this capability of going here or there, as per her relative independence, choice. She may enter into this world being bound, and or she may accept the shelter of Sarup Shakti, internal potency, and can go into transcendental realm. Both potentials are there. So those Tatashta Jivas who are already conditioned, they are infused into this Prakriti as per their past karma, and everything will be manifest again. That choosing is beyond that time, and it is very difficult to understand for mind. It is actually impossible to understand for this mind, because that is achintya. How different eternal leelas can coexist at the same time, and at the same time Jiva can change her position in those eternal leelas which are coexisting. So this Shrishti Lila, creation Lila, is eternal, without beginning. Mahavishnu is without beginning, he is eternal. So his Lila of creating and all is eternal. And Golok Lila is eternal. So, and Jiva is eternal. So, if Jiva from this world can enter into eternal Golok Dham, how is it possible to enter into something which is already eternal? There will be some start to enter. So that is achintya. Like that, Jiva from marginal plane, that is also beyond this time, Jivas, those who want to enjoy this Maya, being attracted by her dazzling, our Gurudev said, dazzling features, that looks like very nice, but it is illusion, it is Maya. Like insects, they see some light and they become attracted and they go there and they die. They don't know, but they are attracted. Like that, we are attracted. It seems like happiness, but it is not. That is why Maya, the definition of the word Maya, it means not that. It seems it is like that, but it is not that. We think this world is eternal, not that. It is asat. We think it is full of knowledge, not that. It is full of ignorance. We think it is full of bliss, not that. It is not, but appears like that, like phantasmagoria in the desert. Optical illusion is there. Water, we see water, but there is no water. That is optical illusion. Like that, Maya means this. But we don't know, because not accepting the shelter of Sarup Shakti, so we have to experience and then realize, and then we will give up. So those Tatashta Jivas, they can enter into this eternal lila, and they will be Nitya Baddha, eternally bound. That is not easy to understand for conditioned mind. It has to be revealed. Like in one house, first floor, second floor, ground floor. You, in same house, you change your position up and down. Like that, in eternity, Jiva, who is eternal, also changing position, and wherever she is eternally there. That is not easy to understand. So those Jivas who became averse to Krishna, they are entering into this world, and they will perpetually rotate. Creation, destruction, all this. They will be infused into Prakriti from Brahma downwards, to ant, to mosquito, all. They come into existence in this world in creation, and then at the time of annihilation, they will re-enter. In Gajendra Moksha, we hear that, how this is. And there, you are this world. Everything is happening by your will in this world, and you yourself also are this world. That we will hear during Kartik time. Sarvayonishu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavanti Yaha Tasam Brahma Mahat Yonir Aham Bija Pradah Pita. Yes, Aham Bija. In whatever womb they are born, O son of Kunti, the vast Prakriti is their womb. That is to say, she is the mother of all beings, movable and immovable. Prakriti, this material energy, or personified in the form of Durga. And I am the veritable self-conscious Chetan Swarup, Father, the impregnator of seed. Krishna, in the form of Mahavishnu, is the Father. He's impregnating the seed into the womb of material nature, Prakriti. Then everything is happening. So here Krishna says, I am that Father. Seed-giving Father. Chetan Swarup. Chetan means consciousness. Sattvam Rajastama iti Gunah Prakriti Sambhavaha Nibadnanti Mahabaho Dehe Dehinam Avyayam. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas are the three qualities born of the mundane Prakriti that bind down, O mighty armed, the imperishable Jiva that dwells in the physical body. Explanation. Jivas are Tatashta by nature. When they forget their real nature and abuse their free will, they are born in the womb of mundane Prakriti and are bound down by the chain of the three qualities of Maya. This is the Vedantic word Tatashta. And Narad Pancharatra also is there, the Tatashta Chit Swarupam there. Tatashta means, Tata means bank, Tata, Radha Kunda Tata. Or the Tat means bank. in between water and land, that line. Like that, Tatashta means Jiva. Tatashta Jiva means she is situated. Tatasta. Sta means situated, placed in between, borderline or marginal, and they are liable to go this side or that side. Mahaprabhu said, Jibar Sarup Hoy, Krishna Nityadas. Krishna Tatashta Shakti, Beda Ved Prakash. Tatashta Shakti. So they can go this side or that side. Those who abuse their free will, they will enter into this material world and they will be bound by Prakriti, enveloped by Prakriti. Still, they will be spiritual by nature, but now conditioned, bound, and they will forget who I am. I will think I am male, I am female, I am Slovenian, I am Indian, all this I will think. But actually it is not my real self. I'm not aware of my real self, although it exists. There, when Vyasa did, when by the grace of Narad Goswami, he was meditating on those 4 shlokas of Bhagavatam, then he saw in his samadhi, transcendental vision, he saw Supreme Lord and his internal potency, and he saw Maya, and he saw Jiva. And he saw how Jiva, although transcendental, is bound by Maya. And even when bound, is not like that, nature is not destroyed, but now misidentifying, but there is indirect indication, something which is non-eternal cannot have the desire to remain eternally. So if you ask someone, do you want to die? He will say, no, I don't want to die. Then you ask, well, you will die? Why you don't want to die? Everyone wants to survive. Because in their real self, they're eternally existing. So that desire is there to remain, not to cease to exist. And to know, that is cheat, and to be happy. Those are the qualities of soul and their needs. One will say, yes, but some people, they want to commit suicide. So they want to die. Yes, but why? Because of this third aspect. They are unable to bear that suffering. So they want to remove that suffering, or indirectly they want to be happy. But something which does not have eternal existence cannot have desire to remain eternally. Something which is not knowledge principle cannot have the desire to know. No one wants to remain a fool. Everyone wants to know. And to be happy, not to suffer. So to fulfill those desires, all are doing. But when Atma leaves the body, then that body, you cannot get any knowledge, and it will perish, and you cannot get any happiness. Our Gurudev gave example, there is one small child, and all parents, they're loving, and everyone, and they're getting so much happiness. But if suddenly that soul leaves that body, then that body will still be there, and you can chemically keep it for a long time, but that body will not give any happiness to the parents. You say to them, your child is here, he is here. No, he's not here. They will also understand. The person who was crying and feeling all this, that person is not here. This is body. So, but you did not see that even before. But indirectly we can know. With this material eyes you cannot see, but by meditation you can realize, but indirectly by reasoning also you can understand that from that body you cannot get any knowledge. And that body will not express any desire for knowledge or for happiness or something. Not possible. because that is not the quality of body. It is the quality of the soul. And the soul wants those things, and the soul has those things, and others are getting those things when the soul is present. But there is super soul. He's Satchidananda, like we are also Satchidananda, but he's unlimited, supreme, that big Satchidananda. We are small. We require him to fulfill us. So although there Vyasadeva saw, although Jiva is transcendental, but now bound by my envelope, but still it is there. Indirectly you can see, but directly you can perceive, not with these material senses. Directly you can perceive in samadhi, transcendental vision like Vyasadeva. If you perform bhakti yoga as he did, then your transcendental eyes will open, then you can see full reality. Who is Krishna? Who are you? What is this prakriti, this material nature? What is the nature of Tatashta Jiva? What is the nature of internal potency, Radharani and all their servants? Everything you have to see, realize. When you realize and then you will do that, then you can help others, actually, practically. Otherwise, only theoretically, no. But when you are really engaged fully in the service of Krishna by having that Sambandha Gyan, then actually you can also inspire others and guide them properly for devotion to Krishna. You will have no any other desire. Already you are established in devotion. Preacher should not have any other desires. Otherwise, what he will preach? How he will preach devotion to Krishna if he himself is not established in that? Maybe he can speak, yes, devotion, devotion, but not practically doing. So he cannot also not inspire, and there will be misuses and all these things. That is why Guru must have both knowledge of scripture and also realization in his practical life. So here, marginal Tatashta Shakti Jiva, when abusing her free will, she will be bound. But she can be rescued. That we will hear tomorrow.